that's when I first realized that if you're able to alternate temperatures, a bit like stepping into a task, or what Andrew Huberman talks about,
Yeah.
the release of dopamine. So, maybe spend a month on that level and then drastically change it just to get that reset.
I really try to, the one thing it's had me do this whole method is listen to myself, listen and pay attention to what's going on inside of me and what I need in this moment, which is something that don't have in the world today. So, the one thing that I learned at the beginning, when I was practicing, I didn't have any training. So I was fighting it. And when you fight in sympathetic, you're only adding to the sympathetic response. And I was fighting, trying to do more. And the only thing, and I mean, everybody should realize this out there, is that the only thing that adds danger to really ice bathing, unless there's an underlying condition, is time. You can do a couple minutes and you're fine. But, what Wim really showed us is he said that, in those 2 to 3 minutes, if you can relax and just tap in a little bit into the parasympathetic and use those tools like the breath and slow down the sympathetic response, that's wherein the magic happens in this whole thing. Like, that's why I took the Scottish shower, because I just knew that 30-second blast of ice cold water out of the tap gave me 250% more dopamine and a spike of adrenaline, like I'm jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah.
And depression and ADHD, the main cause of that is low levels of adrenaline and dopamine. So it's a no-brainer when you get up in the morning, especially if you're going through something. And that's what happened to me when I jumped in that shower. All of a sudden, I was feeling depressed and down. My dad got sick. My wife was sick. I tore my Achilles, which shuts everything down. And then I was given this just rush of this hormonal cocktail that gave me this beautiful sense of well-being. And that's when it just opened the doorway for everything just to go. And that's when I was hooked, because then I became like, I loved breath work and looking at all the science in that, but that's when I really nerded out on the science of the nervous system and got into the cold, and how there's a lot of research on the cold. And the problem is we've become so comfortable, and we just want comfort, that we've insulated ourselves from nature. And nature's always been our greatest teacher. It keeps us strong and healthy.